Economics provides a framework for understanding the actions and decisions of individuals, businesses, and
Everybody
governments.
else is present
It
and accounted
provides a
for.
means to understand interactions in a market-driven society and for analyzing government policies that affect the families, jobs, and lives of citizens. Economic systems are the ways in which a society has arranged a way of living unique to them. History has produced three such kinds of economic systems: those based on the principle of tradition, those centrally planned and organized according to command, and the rather small number, historically speaking, in which the central organizing form is the market. Capitalism is defined as an economic system characterized by private or corporate ownership of capital goods, by investments that are determined by private decision, and by prices, production, and the distribution of goods that are determined mainly by competition in a free market. Capitalism has been the dominant economic theory since the 17th century in Western Europe. The earliest stages of capitalism were mercantilism, the word coming from the central importance of the merchant overseas traders who rose to prominence in the 17th and 18th century England, Germany, and the Low Countries. The Low Countries were considered to be the region of the northwestern Europe comprising the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. Mercantilism is the belief in the benefits of profitable trading and commercialism. British colonies limited what goods could be produced and where they were shipped to. They even decided to tax the import and export of their goods in order to prevent others from attempting to practice this economic system. The dynamics of capitalism can be divided into two spectrums. One is associated with the economic liberalism, the philosophy that pushes more toward a capitalist society, with the 18th century economist Adam Smith as a foundational figure. He was a famous philosopher that wrote the book Wealth of Nations that outlined the behavioral aspects of capitalism. He believed that people were driven by their own passions and desires, which affected how they made choices. Smith described capitalism as the system of perfect liberty. He emphasized that human nature's desire to not suffer was the foundation of creating a system in which there is production of goods and services and laws to distribute the wealth among the nations. This would be done in three specific classes: laborers, or the workers in a society that distribute services; landlords, or the owners of the land; and manufacturers, or those who help produce the goods. The other is associated with Marxism, drawing particular inspiration from the 19th century economist Karl Marx. Karl Marx was born May 5, 1818, in Germany. He was the sociologist and historian that developed Marxism. Marxism is the belief that capitalism has flawed and does not have the ability to sustain itself over a period of time. Karl Marx firmly believed that everything is a part of a process. In regards to capitalism, he felt that in the future it wouldn't be the same as it had before. Eventually, it will only benefit a certain group of citizens, at which time those not benefiting will demand a change. The conversation of capitalism can be very controversial, especially in the eyes of politicians.
Is for you. The country is heading into a dangerous new phase. More than 40,000 Americans are in the hospital tonight with COVID.
Ideas and beliefs are often challenged.
So please be specific. How would you lead the country during this next stage of the coronavirus crisis? 2 minutes, uninterrupted.
So, as you know, 2.2 million people modeled out were expected to die.
So what does this have to do with capitalism? Capitalism is such an unpredictable system. It's constantly changing for the better and constantly changing for the worst. The amount of entrepreneurs has risen because of the opportunities presented every day. But like everything, everyone starts somewhere. Situations arise as people promise to do one thing should they become successful. Once that success has happened, a lot of times, those promises go out of the window. But much like everything in the world, we have to expect the unexpected.